River. Oops. Helen does life. What's going on, Helen? Hey, Harley Hughes. Yeah, he takes me for a walk every morning. Yep, yep. How's everybody today? How is everybody today? We're down by the river this morning. We've been walking for a little while. Got up early. See what we got for a view today. Hey, Wanga lady, welcome, welcome. Everybody is fine. Awesome. Grandma 3, good morning. Sweet, how are you? I hope you guys had a great week. Yeah, we had a week. Toby and I did. We're still alive, so I guess it makes it great, right? Right, Tobes? Let's stick around a few minutes, Toby, and take in the view. One of these days I'm gonna remember I want to do a widescreen down here by the river on a morning walk. That's right straight across from us right there. It's a pier that comes out almost probably a good third of the way into the river at least. I never see anybody fishing off of it. You would think that that people would fish off of that, being that it's close to the channel. Maybe with a good pole, you could hit the channel from there to get deep. Here's the south view. You can see the cranes up. Are they working already, or do they wait till 8? I would assume they'd be working already. Get out early. The new bridge. Oh, I can't wait. Traffic is so congested. Traffic is so messed up in town. We'll get out of it sooner or later. I think it's gonna be, like, over a year before that bridge is done. Don't start me lying, I don't know. But sure is a hassle, let me tell you, because the traffic on that bridge right there is just outrageous. This one here. Even the roads approaching that bridge, everything's backed up. Like, just I live in the south end of town. Just to get to the north end of town, I take the back streets, the 15-mile-an-hour streets through the neighborhoods, driving around stuff because, you get out on the main street, you're gonna be stuck at them lights for a couple of minutes each one. Crazy traffic. Can you hear the wind? Is it too much? I turned on the wind canceling. I can't believe the phone's got wind canceling. Isn't that something? What a beautiful view down here today. It's a gorgeous day out. I think it's about 60 degrees, 58 or 60 degrees, somewhere around there. Sun's out. I don't think yeah, there's clouds in the distance. And Toby Dog right here up close. He's all shiny today. Look at him all glistening in the wind in the sunshine. Sunshine. He's got a great coat. His hair never gets tangled up, even around his ears or nothing, or under his ears, or where the collar's at. First of all, he doesn't wear a collar other than when he's going for a walk or going someplace in the car. Whenever he leaves the front door of the house, he's got a collar on. Look at the geese. Look at the geese. Whoops! Hold on, Tobe. Hold on, Tobe. You're pulling. I got the camera in the wrong hand. There's geese. Is that a heron? I don't know what the big white bird is. It might be just a cormorant, but I think it's a kind of long-legged bird. Come here, Toby. Stop, stop, buddy. Yeah, look at the geese. Oh, with the babies. Look at the babies. They got a bunch of them. That's a couple different mamas worth and babies down there. Mamas, daddies, and babies. Yeah. And there's another set. There's 3 sets. Look at that. Whoops, whoops. Sorry about the wild camera angles. I was looking around. Look at that, fam. Isn't that peaceful? Except for the jiggly camera. Good morning, Anastasia Blessed. How are you? We're looking at the geese. I would assume they're Canada geese. That's what hangs out down here. So I'm guessing that's what those are. Wait a minute, Toby. Let me fix your collar. Let me fix your collar. Let me fix your collar. There we go. Walk down here, see what that white bird is. Wow, it's a beautiful morning downtown here. Let's see. Bing. There's our dog. There's our dog. He's not being too bad of a menace today. You know what I did? Before we left the house, I brought one of his balls out and I got a handful of treats and we played ball for like 10 minutes. I ran him till he was panting and laying down real quick. I ran him till he was laying down and panting and then it was okay, let's go for our walk. Come on. Come on, you already met that guy. You already met that puppy. Oh, there it goes. It was a heron, I think. It wasn't a seagull or a cormorant. Come on, come on, up. Another beautiful weekend staring us in the face. I don't know if I'm gonna work all day today. I don't know if I've got enough work to keep me busy all day today. As far as without leaving. I was supposed to go to the office this morning, but I didn't get as far as I needed to yesterday. Yesterday I pretty much needed to finish what I was working on so I could go to the office today and start my next assignment. But I didn't get finished. It was a little more than I thought. So maybe today we treat ourselves to a half a day. What do you think, fam? Half a day? Goga. I see someone saying, "Go, hey, yoga with Goga. What's going on? Welcome, welcome." 68 degrees here in Wheeling, West Virginia. My dogs are chasing a big old red fox squirrel. I hear that, Harley. The hounds. We are in Michigan, 100 miles north of 100 miles north of Detroit. I've been to Wheeling, West Virginia. I stayed in Huntington for several months, just short of a year, I think. Uh, Back in the 20 teens. I think it was around 2014, 2015, right around in there. I was working on an oil and gas project. We stayed in. First, I was working in Kentucky for a while, right there along the state line, West Virginia and Kentucky state line, and then I was in West Virginia. That Huntington was really cool. Let me tell you, that's of all the places I've worked and gone and stayed, because with the line of work I do, you go and stay for months at a time, sometimes years at a time, depending on how long the project is. Today, guys, we have Midnight Live from 2200 hours. It's the brightest day of the summer. Tell your clan. Wamoyo! What will you? What's going on? Down by the river. Isn't that nice? Later on, like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. tonight, this place here will be packed. There'll be people at all these tables. They'll be dining on high-priced dinner and overpriced drinks. Looking at the river here. Kenya time, 11 a.m. Finally a schedule. Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Yeah, that was one of the first songs I learned when I was a kid. Isn't that a beautiful view? The land that we're on used to be all industrial land. I swear I just saw a guy get out from underneath the dock. That guy right there just got out from underneath the dock. He must have been sleeping there. Or is he fishing? I think he's fishing. I hope he's fishing and not sleeping there. That'd be terrible. I saw a guy fishing or sleeping down here in the park that we first walked through back there uh, a couple of weeks ago. It just looked like a body wrapped body wrapped in the carpet. Watch out, Bubba. Watch out. Let me close this. Let me close this. Somebody left the gate open. Oh, it doesn't even line up anymore. But anyhow, there was someone laying in the park behind a tree, and I didn't nudge him or anything, but I walked up to him and Toby and I talked and talked and talked, and he finally answered. I was asked, "Hey, you okay?" I figured I found a dead body, you know what I mean, in the park. But whoever it was just wrapped head to toe like a mummy in a blanket, sleeping in the park behind a tree. You never know what you're gonna find here. Now in the next town south of us, Saginaw, we've seen people sleeping underneath the bridges there multiple times. When you walk the river there, you pass underneath the little bridges, and if you go early enough in the day, there'll be houseless people up there sleeping. That's too bad. Toby dogs. Yeah, we got out early this morning. Thought we'd get our live stream in. We're gonna be turning back towards the house up here a couple more blocks. Time to go get our work day started. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got zucchinis growing. We've got zucchinis growing, and we've got two great big zucchini flowers that opened up yesterday morning, and they opened up again this morning. Only I don't have any male zucchinis out there. There's no male zucchini flowers out there to pollinate them. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Last year, last year I had the same thing happen, and I went to the nursery, the plant nursery, uh, the landscape store where they were so where I buy my plants at, and I went and I bought a plant that had male flowers on it that were open, so I could take them home and do the pollination. But I didn't go yesterday. I was too busy for work. I didn't know they were going to open again today. I even called my neighbor lady that has zucchinis to see if she had any male squash flowers open yesterday. She said she didn't have any even forming yet. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, these one plant has multiple, like 3 or 4 open. One's open and there's 3 more not open. And then the biggest plant has got a great big flower open." So those are gonna go to waste. Maybe I'll cut them off and, throw them in, my ramen today. Cook them with the ramen, because 'cause they're not gonna grow, they're just gonna die on the vine. They don't get fertilized. Grandmother says, "Yesterday I fixed my car, a lot of money was spent. Here I'm here." Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice for the city view. I wonder if we'll get when we go kayaking down the rivers up north, I wonder if we'll get phone reception. I don't know, remember if we did before where we could live stream floating down the river. That's coming up. Not this weekend, but maybe in a couple, 2, 3 weekends we'll do that. The water, I imagine this weekend would be too cold. It's been 55 degrees overnight. Normally it's in the 60s overnight here this time of the year, but this state is crazy. You never know what kind of weather you're gonna get. What do you think, Tobe? Shall we move on? This field right here, this open area, this open space, has got the lushest grass I've ever seen, the tightest, thickest grass. They've got a big sprinkler system in there. That's why the grass is all wet right now. You can see it shimmering. I can see it anyway. But it's up on the up there, it's super thick. And it seems like it's always wet, even when it's hot out. It's because they got the sprinklers. Dow Chemical Company owns it. I imagine they got the best fertilizer on there too. Yep, we got nothing planned this weekend. Let me think. Nope. Nope, I don't even have to take the grandma's dog to the I don't even have to take grandma's dog to the hairdresser this that my niece is gonna do it. So we're pretty much free for the weekend. Maybe I should get a hold of them grandkids and see if they want to go drown some worms, huh? I know a spot between like halfway between our houses. There's a pond alongside the expressway in a park. That's a catch and release pond, and they got all kinds of great big fish in there. Because you don't people just throw them back. You don't take them out of there. We go there and catch a bunch of big fish. It's a lot of fun. Uh oh, Toby's doing his thing. Do your thing, Toby. Do your thing, Toby. See what time it is. I done walked him. I done walked him enough that his gut fell out, right? Fun, fun, fun. There we go. Let's walk up to the next trash can, Toby. Then we'll head back through the neighborhoods, head back home. Time to get busy. There we go. Any questions? There'll be a test later. Yeah, it haunt me for a while. My oldest son come across a dead guy once. Ugh, He was working the place he was working had a great big parking lot out front of it. There's multiple businesses, and it was a huge parking lot because there was a mall there. And but the business he worked at had an outside entrance, and from there you could see the whole parking lot. And where he worked, they were open late at night. Blah blah blah. Anyhow, there was a car parked out in the middle of the parking lot, and somebody had noticed it'd been there for a day, a day or so, and so they started watching it. And then, they noticed it'd been there for 2 or 3 days, and then so they figured they better somebody let's go check it out, and nobody would go check it out, so my son volunteered, my oldest son. He volunteered, "I'll go look and see." He was 18, like, just turned 18, and, he went out in the parking lot. Sure enough, there was a dead guy in the driver's seat with a rifle, and he had shot himself, and he'd been sitting there out in the hot sun for several days. Yeah, he said he remembers that like it's, "Come on, Toby, let's see if we can make it up these stairs." "No, we're not going any further." Oh, whoo! Almost did a nosedive just that quick on the first stair. Gotta remember how big my feet are. These stairs aren't even, they're not the same height. Each one's not the same height. I could see this one right here. Yep, that's what got me. Always look at your feet when you're climbing the stairs, fam. You never know what's coming. Suicide. Suicide. The guy was old and sick, didn't have no family to take care of him. And the thing, he was a friend of my son's grandpa. He was a guy that I had worked with before. Yeah, that makes it tough. Tougher. That's messed up. There's no reason to do that ever. But if you're gonna do it, don't do it where like someone's gonna just find you like that. You know what I mean? Call the cops ahead of time. That way they can come and get you. They're the ones that are gonna find you instead of some poor 18-year-old kid at work. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. I was so close. I was getting close to nudging the body. You know what I mean? And then they stirred, and it was a dude. A dude. I asked him if he was okay and did he need anything, and he said yes and no. So we went on our way. Tobe and I. Tobe's got to pee on everything, smell everything that everybody else peed on. Oh, he's not gonna this time. Toby's going to love that. I don't know what animals notice about life and death, but so Toby loves to chase squirrels, right? He loves to chase after squirrels. He wants to catch him a squirrel or a rabbit, in fact. And then one day there was a dead squirrel in the middle of where we were walking. There wasn't a piece of sidewalk in that spot, but it was right in our middle of our path, and we actually walked right over it. He stepped right over it, never looked down, nothing, never sniffed at it, just like it wasn't even there. But he normally chases them, practically tears my arm off my body trying to get to him, you know? But when it was laying there dead, it was freshly dead. So, like 2 days later, we walked past there again, and it was stinky dead this time. This time he noticed it. I had to drag him away, but he didn't even see it the first time. He just about takes me off my feet. So we're downtown right now. Another 15 minutes, this street here will be backed up way back there past the stop signs. So will the next street over. And that's the Starbucks drive-through right there. There'll be 10 cars in there, 12 cars. I haven't been able to find the perfect timing in the morning to get to the Starbucks without catching a crowd. Because in the mornings when you need your coffee, right? We got a good walk in already, Toby. We still got about a mile to get home. Toby, 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 Toby. I hope they figure out how to play music on these phones. There's got to be some kind of program you could put on your phone so you could play music and live stream at the same time, so we could have our background music playing, all our Toby songs while we walk down the street. Wouldn't that be fun? Hold on, little buddy. Whew. Let me gather this lead. We're gonna cross this busy street. That's how it's done. Look where we're at. The Golden Arches. Look where we're at, fam. This is where America eats. There's usually a guy that sits across the street here. Good morning. There's usually a guy that sits across the street here, all grubby like a bum, and he sits there and he stares at you when you come out of the drive-through. And I've seen people buy extra food and stop and give him food, and he'll have bags and bags of food sitting around him out there at the end of the drive-through watching people. It's funny. Strange. You see all kinds of crazy stuff in this town. It's it being so small you wouldn't think so, but we attract crazy people because it's kind of like a welfare town. A lot of people move here because the welfare is good, the housing's cheap, and it's safe. So they move here and and live for free. There's a lot of that. Hello, Drastic Plastic. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. We used to play on this building when I was a little kid. It wasn't, it didn't have the cement end, but it's a log cabin, and the ends stuck out really far. The ends of the logs, they cut them back, but they used to stick out pretty far, and we would climb up them and run around on the roof, and the people would come out of the building yelling at us. That's when we were little kids. Oh, all kinds of hot rod cars over here underneath the tarps. Now, during yesterday's live stream, we talked to a lady that had rescued a dog a couple years ago. This is where I was. This is the house that I thought I saw the dog at. right here. But she said they had multiple dogs, and I just saw a dog tie out back there. So that dog that we see back here must still be here. Anyhow, we need a male zucchini flower. Anybody in the area, hit me up. We need it today. Those zucchini flowers aren't gonna open again. We need to get our zucchini fertilized. Yeah, we've already got zucchinis growing. We've got tomato sets, uh, uh, blueberries, strawberries. The raspberries are growing. What else is growing? Anything edible? Nothing really edible yet, other than those what I just said. But everything else is growing leaps and bounds in the garden. I'll have a garden video pretty soon. We'll put up a garden video real soon. You knew how to do hand pollination, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, that's violence. For in some parts of the world, they call that violence. It's funny. This is one of the parks I grew up in when I was a kid. We played, we played and played and played. Pardon me? I'm an active felony for 16 months. Oh my lord, I will be taking drug users off the street. Oh, we got crazy people over here talking crazy to me. Crazy people. There's a shelter across the street here for people without homes and it attracts crazy people. There's a trail of trash that leads from the front door of that center across the street there right to that pavilion where these people are sitting. The guy in the red coat's over there talking out loud, talking crazy. I thought he was gonna come over here and I thought he was coming to pet Toby at first, but then he started talking crazy. Gonna have to let Toby bite somebody. Bite him, Toby, bite him. Yeah, we do the hand pollination all the time when we have some male flowers. Maybe at lunchtime I'll have to go take a ride to the nursery and see if they got any plants for sale that have open flowers. Hey, there's the police. Just tell them to go talk to that guy in the red. The guy, the guy in the red was saying something about, I got active warrants or something like that. I'm like, good. Go get yourself taken care of then. Active warrants. Crazy people. Yeah, this is beautiful park here. Although the pavilion's been taken over by the people from the shelter across the street. There'll be 20, 30 people in that pavilion, all crazy. I still hear, hey, Grandma. Chuck Roberge, 5 months worth of Toby's pack. Welcome, Chuck. Good morning to you, brother. Yeah, this is one of the childhood perks. And right here, I walk down that sidewalk back and forth to school every day, going that way and this way. Old stomping grounds. The park's changed. Like there used to be a baseball diamond right here in this end. There was a lot more of these big giant trees too. It looks like over half of them since I was a kid have died off. There were none of these little guys. Things change, don't they? That big building over in the background where the shelter's at, that was when I was a kid, that was a hospital. It was called Samaritan Hospital. That's like the big church on the corner over here. Right here, see the big church on the corner? It's a giant church. Back when I was a kid, it had a full congregation. The parking lots were full every Sunday and Wednesday. Now it's been a school. It's been two different schools now, like charter schools. It's been two different schools for the last 20 years. At least 20 years. I think they put on plays or uh movies or something too, like movie nights. Oh, is that guy coming after us, Toby? Maybe he thinks we're filming him. No, he's going in the other direction. Thank goodness. I don't have I don't have my mace with us today. We better get out of here, Tobe, before the crazy guy comes after us. I can hear him yelling. He's looking this way. I can hear him yelling. He's looking this way. Maybe we should stick around here. I see a big stick, Tobe. Maybe we should stick around and right, like you could see the people coming across the street now. S- But there's a trash line. Isn't that terrible? Wow, look at that guy. Think I was doing about 50 miles an hour right there. Hold on. This is crazy area. Well, wait a second here, Toba, across the street. Old stomping grounds. Isn't that something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's a squirrel for Toby to chase. How's everybody? Is that anytime, anywhere, JD? Hey, JD. Kevin received a gift membership by Chuck Robers. That's awesome. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate you. Toby's actually walking me, Grandma. Toby's actually walking me. He's dragging me. If you could see, probably from the his silhouette, he looks like a sled dog because he's just hunched over. He just won't stop doing it. We've been we've been in uh, obedience and training classes for over 3 years now. That's just the relationship him and I have. He wants to drag me down the street. Our next shows are in 2 weekends. 4th of July weekend. I can't wait. Last year I had big hopes and big high dreams last year, and it was funny. The ju Come on, Toby. There's another dog across the street, so Toby goes into his lay down. He's showing respect to the other dog. He's telling the other dog that I'm no threat. Look at me, I'm no threat. I'm just laying down here. Okay, come on. We're gonna get in over hour and a half today. So let me add up the miles. Well, we stopped quite a bit too, but I'm guessing we hit close to 4 today. We walked a bit before we started live streaming. If you're here from the beginning, we started our live stream, we were already at the river. Hey, Real Fishy, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Everybody's got blue jackets on. Everybody should be connecting with everybody. I'm sure everybody's got it. Everybody already in a crowd, but just in case you don't, make sure you connect. That's what those blue jackets are for here. Very first member. Yep. You know who's my very first member, Chuck? I think I can list the first five. It was let me think now. The first member to sign up was Anastasia Blessed, and the second member was Ideal Eileen, and the third member was Helena Koya, and the fourth member was uh Krishna no, no. Oh, I can't remember her name all of a sudden. And I believe the fifth member was JD. What is my fourth member's name? She does she does like knitting and stuff. Uh what is her name? I'll have to look. It should be burned into my memory. 5 months. Woo! Yeah. Hey, you guys, did you know Chuck has 500 members? Chuck has got to be the hardest working guy on YouTube. Congratulations. Yep, I was first member at Anastasia's too. She was the first member at mine. And I was the first member when she got back from being uh demonetized. Yep, yep, yep. The first member honors. Yep, Chuck is a vibe. Yes, indeed. Oh, you're at 531? Holy smokes. That's amazing. Yeah, I like to give the gift memberships. That's why I like it when people got their gift membership set at 99 cents. That's that's the best because then you give that gift to the gift membership, and that's like giving two gifts. Come on, that's like giving two gifts because two people get the host gets their 99 cents, uh, uh, and someone in the community gets a gift membership. Come here, Papa. Oh, a bakery. Oh, I didn't even know they had a bakery here. This is a new place. Sorry, we're closed. Oh, geez, what time is it? They don't open till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock? How are they going to make money opening at 10 o'clock? Oh, man. I was just getting ready to buy some baked goods, like a loaf of bread and some cookies, but they don't open till 10 a.m. That's crazy. Bakeries normally open at like 7 a.m. You got to have everything ready for the people going to work to stop and take the baked goods to work with them. Oh, I hate this corner. This is the corner. This is the corner where me and the two dogs before Toby got run over. Right here. Bam. Yikes. Whew. It's hard to walk here. I didn't realize where we were, buddy. That wasn't that this taste that morning. Oh, I got ads rolling? Awesome. Yeah, bakery should be open early. There was a bakery up the street here, uh, up this street here, probably 4 blocks. It was a bakery for, shoot, all the years I was here, and then it was a bakery probably 80 years before that. I've been in this neighborhood for 40 years. I'm sure it was a bakery back in the 19 teens or 20s, you know what I mean? 1930s, that long. But anyhow, it moved, but they were open early like that. All the bakeries open early, except for this one, huh? Sub added, awesome. Robert Rojas. No, no. Robert A. Jose. Hosa. Robert A. Hosa. Hope I didn't mangle that. What's going on, Art? Like done. Awesome. Yeah, fam, don't forget to hit that like button. Much appreciated. I guess it helps with the algorithm, right? I never remember to mention that. Oh, is that's one of Chuck's alter egos? Is that one of Chuck's alter egos? Thanks, Robert. That would have been fun because Toby might be trying to dance. Toby Tobes. A couple of days ago, he looked like he was dancing on come on, like he was dancing on the side of the trees. He was chasing the squirrels up the trees and standing up on his hind legs, jumping. Looked like he was dancing with the tree. Hey, hey, give me a break, Tobe. Thank you. Good morning. Come on, little buddy. Toby got a beautiful dog from a stranger. I like it when people give him compliments like that, because then it's not he's not just daddy thinking he's beautiful. I like how his hair glistens and you can see like every hair, you know what I mean? When it's glistening. Oh, I was saying earlier, his hair never tangles. He never has any tangles in his hair. Right now, let me think. He was bathed. What was it, Tuesday? Bathed and brushed and brushed and brushed. I think it was Tuesday. Might was it Sunday? I don't remember, but it's been days now. But right now you could run a comb through his hair. You could run a comb through his hair and not get a snag anywhere other than the hair on the back of his front legs. That white hair that's like a flag flying, he gets it gets not tangled, but it gets twisted up. But you can run the comb through it if you work it slow enough. That and the tail. His tail gets the same as the hair gets twisted up the same as on his legs. He's got a lot of hair on the tail. But other than that, yeah, his hair is really cool. He's a double coated breed, so he's got a coat underneath his long coat. He's got a short coat. It keeps oh, that jewels thing. You got to hit You gotta hit the dollar sign. Isn't there a little box next to the dollar sign? And isn't that where the jewels are? In the little gifts box? If the person can get gifts? Isn't that how that works? Every time it tells me, "You have jewels, give them away," I touch it, and then it tells me to buy some. It wants me to buy some for 99 cents or something. I don't ever monkey with it. I gave away my free ones I had in the beginning, and I never bought any. Do you guys buy that stuff? Chuck says, "I think you were the first one to send me the first 5 gift membership also." Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm trying to think. I sent, I sent somebody a 5 gift membership, and they said it was the first one. Oh, Wamoyo, I think. I think Wamoyo, we were her first gift memberships. First 5 pack like that. I like to give that stuff away. That's that way, like I was saying, 2 people get a gift. Tobe, I'm gonna sit down, Tobe. I'm gonna sit down higher than normal so my come here. Come here. So my eyes aren't in the sun. There we go. Ugh. Whew. The legs are feeling it. Today I put on double knee braces. Cloud Diz, what's going on, my man? Welcome, welcome. Joy, welcome, welcome. Where are you watching us from, Joy? We're in Michigan in the USA. Good old USA. Chuck Rober sent the TITLEpro a gift. Appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. How's it going over there with all the World Cup fever? Oh my goodness. I'm I don't mean to embarrass the USA or anything, Cloud Diz, but I don't think I've even watched a commercial for it. I'm not I'm not I don't even watch American football, let alone football. Real Fishy says I love the World Cup. FIFA is awesome. You know, Starbucks did give me a FIFA cup wrap. So I guess I'm enjoying the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup after all, even though I'm not really participating. One day when I went through the Starbucks drive-through, they gave me a one of those polyurethane or what are they made of? Those foamies, the that keeps your cup warm. They give me one of those that said that said team captain on it or something. Yeah, I don't. I gave up. Yeah, I know Toby's ready for breakfast. Breakfast? Those are the only words he responds to at outside is breakfast and dinner. Dinner? Oh yeah. You tell him heel, sit, come, stay. You tell him all that stuff. He never heard those words before in his life when we're outside. But if you tell him breakfast, that's a word he knows. USA versus Australia today. I have been watching. I watched the girls, the WNBA, but I'm not sure how long I can watch that much longer. Cause Cooking with Mods, how's it going? It's been a minute, hasn't it? I can't read what it says. I received a gift. Oh, I received a gift membership. Oh, Cooking with Mods got the gift membership. I see it now. It's been a minute since we've seen Cooking with Mods. I watched the girls, the WNBA basketball, but it's tough to watch because I only watch one team, I watched the team with the superstar girl on it, the Caitlin Clark, and the way they target her and beat her up, and the refs don't act right, and it seems at times even her own team's against her. But that's the sport I watch. I used to watch hockey. I watched hockey for years and years. The what's it called? The NHL. I could never get into watching the international hockey play because the rinks are just so big. People get lost. People get lost on them giant ice rinks. You know what I mean? I lose my attention. Uh, what else did well, we grew up watching football, baseball, basketball, but slowly, I stopped watching all those sports. I stopped watching the NFL football in the 1980s because it was millionaires fighting with billionaires over my pennies, you know what I mean? And it just got too crazy expensive. Hey, my brother Zagros is in the building. Welcome, Zagros. How's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. We're good. We're very good. We just got done with a hour and a half walk this morning. We walked and walked and walked. We even made it down to the river. Now we're just on our cool down before we head in, and he gets breakfast and I get to work. Work, work, work. I stopped watching the NBA basketball. I really never liked the college basketball. I don't know why. Um, but I watched NBA for probably 10 or 12 years, and I quit watching it just one day. Bam, I was done. Uh, my fa one of I'm not gonna say he was my favorite player, but one of my favorite players retired on the spur of the moment because of an incident in practice. And the day he quit was the day I stopped watching the NBA. I couldn't watch it anymore. And then the hockey, when all the guys that I loved retired and it was all new faces, I pretty much stopped watching it then. Plus, I was working on the road and I couldn't get the hockey games that I wanted to see. I even used to watch the Tour de France every year. I used to buy the internet package where you could watch it, the video package, where you could watch it and rewatch it all summer long. Yeah. Toby is your protector, so if he comes over, he's trying to start a problem, just let Toby handle it. Yeah. Can you hear little kitty behind me? Yeah, I used to watch all those sports, and then but I stopped watching the Tour de France. It wasn't when Lance Armstrong quit racing, because he quit and then he came back and he quit again, but it was when they stripped his medals. That's when I quit watching the Tour de France. When they stripped him of all of the medals, knowing full well that the rest of them were doing the same exact thing, that's when I quit watching the bicycle racing. Quit buying the I think it was like $60 this summer. That's coming up. I believe it starts the first weekend of July. First weekend for the 1st of July, right around in there, and it runs through the month of July. I used to watch that faithfully. Decades and decades, but, sometimes things will turn you off and you never go back to it. That's like drinking tequila. Yeah, got sick one time, I've never had it again. Same thing with, Sloe Gin and Southern Comfort. I got sick one night drinking Southern Comfort, never touched it. That was 50 years ago. Never touched it again. What do you think about that? I think Toby spotted something. He's looking all around. There'll be squirrels all up and down the sidewalk that he'll be looking at. He likes to sit outside. He sits outside out back. He sits out back in the backyard all day. From when we get done with our walk, we'll go in and I'll feed him his breakfast. and, uh and I'll give him a big treat to take outside, like a dried esophagus or a bully stick, or I give him these fish sticks. They're, uh, like a fish meal formed into a stick. They're all organic and nothing but natural, just fish. I give him stuff like that, and he'll take it outside, and he'll lay down in the middle of the backyard and chew that up, and then he'll go find a hole to lay in. He's got 1, 2, 3, he's got 4 holes back there that I can think of off the top of my head. He digs these deep holes, and, uh and then he lays in them with just his eyes sticking up above the grass line so he can see like a trapdoor spider. "Where are you 2 years then, TP? 50 years ago." "Oh, were you too? 50." "Wamoyo." "I'm an old man, Wamoyo. Didn't you see the gray in my beard?" 50 years ago, I was 11. 50 years ago was one of the best years, 1976. That was, the bicentennial year for the USA. It was a big party. It was we you know, it was a special year in school. Everything was bicentennial this and bicentennial that, and there was really great, how do you say it, enthusiasm for being an American back then. People loved being an American, 1976. 2026, not so much. There's a lot of people that don't understand. There's a lot of people that don't like our country. And what I don't understand is if they don't like it here, why are they here? Why don't they leave? Leave our Quit trying to change our country. Right, Tobes? Leave us alone. We like it the way it was. Yeah, Memorial. I'm an old dude. I started working when I was like 8 or 9 years old. Literally working, earning a paycheck. During the summers, we worked as, uh, farm workers, hoeing the weeds in the sugar beet fields with the migrant farm workers, earning a paycheck, making minimum wage. Those were the days. Hey, number 1. Yeah, hey. I told you next time we see you, we give you a blue jacket. There you go. Now use that blue jacket wisely and connect with all the blue jackets you see in here. They're all big time content creators. Everybody you see, go visit them. Go visit them, subscribe, make friends. Everybody's super friendly here. Right, Wimoyo? 11 years, no wonder you got sick. Yeah, the things we did. We used to I can snitch on myself because my mom doesn't watch my live streams, and, dad's passed on, so I can tell on myself. Uh, we were smoking cigarettes and drinking beer at 8 and 9 years old. We would take mom and dad's cigarettes and go and smoke cigarettes, go and drink beer, all that good stuff. I can remember going to the store and buying cigarettes and buying chewing tobacco when I was 11 years old. We just sell it's for my dad, it's for my dad, they just sell it to you, and we'd go out and smoke cigarettes and cigars and get sick and throw up, chew tobacco. I remember the first time I bought alcohol, I was, 14? 14. It was the summer before my freshman year in high school. I was out fishing with some relatives, and they wanted beer, but nobody wanted to leave the fishing hole because we were catching fish. Nobody wanted to leave to go get beer. So they got their money together and came and handed it to me and sent me and my cousin. Neither of us even had driver's licenses. We didn't even have driver's licenses. They sent us to the store with one of the cars. Drove over there really slow. We drove o It was a bar, and I walked inside and I bought a case full of quart beer bottles. The guy didn't even think twice. I told him what I wanted, he went and got it, I paid him, and off we went. The first time I bought hard liquor, I was 16 years old, and I walked into the pharmacy because somebody had told me some of the kids at school had told me, "Yeah, you can go in there and get liquor if you want. They'll sell it to you." So I went in there and tried my luck, you know. I wasn't the smartest kid. I went in there, bought a bottle of liquor, went out, got drunk, and then the next time I went in there, they wouldn't sell it to me because the boss was right there. I should have known better. I should have just bought some candy and left. But the second time I went in there, I didn't get the liquor. Yeah, we were those kids. We were those teenage kids at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night that when you went to the party store and there's teenage kids standing by the trash can. They're standing there and you're going into the party store and they call you over to see if you'll buy liquor for them. That was us. "Hey, mister, will you buy us some liquor? Hey, mister, we got our money together. Will you buy us a bottle of liquor? Will you buy us a bottle of liquor?" It didn't take long, a lot of time back then. We're talking back in the 1970s and early 1980s. People would, "Oh, yeah, I'll get you a bottle. What do you want?" Or a six-pack of beer, whatever you wanted, you know what I mean? Back then, they had well, they still got them. They have drive-through party stores where you just pull up in your car and they open the door and they whatever you want, just like a drive-through for hamburgers, you know? Uh, we drive through those and buy beer like that because nobody could see you in the car. They couldn't see you'd have to know who was working the store, you know? You go to the store where your friends work in the drive-through and they'd sell you the beer because nobody could see that you were just a kid out there in the car. They could say that, "Oh, I saw his ID." Those were the days, but now you can't do that. Now it's a bad thing. Those were the days when the parents would buy a kegs of beers for the teenage kids to have parties. I went to 100 of those kind of parties where the parents bought the beer. You can't do that. They do that nowadays, and the parents get arrested every time it happens. Parents get arrested. Not like it was. Anyhow, we gotta go. Y'all be cool, behave. Catch you later, Chuck. I'm glad you made it today, and I'm glad you made it today. You too, Amoya and Anastasia, Helen, and the new Blue Jackets, and the new Blue Jackets. Y'all behave, be cool. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Look, I got a treat for Toby Dog. I thought maybe he could share it with the dog across the street, but the dog across the street's not out. So Toby gets it. Here you go, little buddy. This is the treat that I use. It's just a pepperoni, but this is what I use when I'm doing any kind of training with Toby or at the dog show ring. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Sit, sit. High five. Yay! That's called the Lassie pose. When they sit back up. When they sit back on their haunches, sit, and they reach out. Sit, sit up there, and he reaches out. That's the Lassie pose. There you go. All done. All done. Good boy, Toby Dog. Yes, behave. That's the number one word for today is behave. Nothing good nothing good happens to you when you're getting in trouble. Toby Dog. Y'all be cool. We'll see you next time. Peace out, as our girl Soita says. Soita. Peace out, Toby Dogs. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, fam.